Warning! This video is the most gruesome list I could muster. The terrifying lists were just child's play. Some you may have already seen, others might haunt you. And please don't think just because you can handle it that others can. I may have also added a very few offensive jokes. You'll know them when you hear them. Just saying I do not align with that twisted line of thinking morally, so don't bash me too much, okay? I'm sorry I put the jokes in, but they were just too golden. So take this as a trigger warning. Oh, and if you watch at night, well, let's just say you might want to check behind you every few seconds. Or a few minutes. I don't know how scared you are. So, you have been cut the mic!
Demo, with you sitting on your computer all day, it's like I have to get you to do a top 10.
What? Look, I realize I've been lazy and sometimes I don't give you as much credit as I should. But I really do appreciate your friendship, you know?
You really mean it? Hug it out.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Touch me and die, Demo.
Personally, I'd rather hug fate more than you, saw that?
What about a kiss then?
Okay!
Not me, you lovable sack of horse droppings. Saw bad.
Kiss this! Welcome to the top 10 disturbing Vocaloid songs, where it's so disturbing I have to age restrict it. Yeah, I've done this so much I bit my tongue just now. Ow. I've wasted too much time fooling around, so let's just go and drum up some chills on that spine of yours. Number 10. I'm Sorry, by Kikuo. We're starting off creepy, yet we've all seen this one at some point or another. I'm Sorry is a masterpiece of something you can't really let kids listen to. Or I wouldn't, but some of you might since it's in Japanese. If you're not Japanese, you know how it goes, but the lyrics are very disturbing as to seem. The singer is being eaten by her father throughout the years, also devouring her excrement upon emission. Then her brother takes her away from her father and proceeds to drink amniotic fluid, which is the fluid secreted by a fetus! A baby! Not only do we get cannibalism, we also get rape, incest, and eventually I think she committed suicide because the inline suggests her entire body was being devoured by her and her family. Oh, that's just number 10. We've got horror built on Sacramenta. Number 9. Hostel Girls Are Still in My Head by Con Con. Stranger danger! Oh no. It's bad enough that Gakapo is a pervert anyway, but when you apply sexy music to the strange direction of underage girls... yeah, no. The story you can get without knowing the lyrics, of course. Basically, the singer wants to... I'm gonna say this without getting this video taken down. Okay. You know when a sexual word is represented by 3 X's? Yeah, there's a lot of those in here. I'm not sure if he wants to be a high school girl to relive his youth, or to corrupt them, or just to be a creepy guy.
So, Rin is confirmed to be 11 or 12.
Just as a side note, any sexual things that so much as resemble a child is illegal in Canada and the UK. The laws aren't as strict here in America, more of a gray area, I think. And Japan has a consent age of 14, so those little Ren and Lin lewd fan arts are pretty illegal in some countries. Wait, does that make my videos illegal? Oh, that's more disturbing than the list.
It was really a torment for me, but I've accepted my fate.
Number 8. Lair of the Second Me by Pialocity. Unknowingly rhymes. If there is anything I know more is the feeling of being watched, hearing voices and feeling of another personality just under what is mine. A beast swimming under the shallow skin. Gumi's lair is inside her darkest heart, the place everyone has, but some darker than others. The most darkest I've seen are the most good. The ones that can create the happiest of faces have the darkest of hearts. Me included. I know my darkest side to the deepest contour. And knowing all of that is the most disturbing thing in this song that brings to mind. This song, while not actually disturbing, depends on your perspective, really.
To keep the secret hidden from your eyes. Now I really want to show you the kiss.
Number 7. Hylian, Hylian, Hylian by Matsukasa. Easily the most confusingly disturbing on the list. This is a cat that just stares deep into your soul. And along with repetition, I find it really disturbing. And when it does that thing where his face jumps up and down, having screams through the music? No way. Most of it doesn't make much sense with Hatsune being an alien, until the very end where a tentacle comes out of the cat's ears. Oh, and did I mention that the cat doesn't blink at all? That scares me more than anything else for some odd reason. Even the fact that it sings, let alone talks. Number 6. Razor by Junto Kurokawa. This is a blood warning. This is live action, and it makes it so much worse. It's very horrifying in some senses, and you can tell that's just juice, but I personally don't care. It's enough to make anyone who has weak stomach gag. I don't really, but obviously it's exaggerated to the effects of a simple cut of a razor. Except the lyrics put into context that he cut an artery on his private parts. Oh! And every guy is probably hurting in the crotch right now. Remember guys, manscaping has its downsides. Some of you may never do it again. Which I've never actually done that. But I sure won't now. Number 5, Squelch Vashi 2. Time to give some love to my little flower petal. Most of this song sings about the TeknoAXE, or an hallucination of colors that are moving inside your senses of sight and geometric senses, making it equivalent to like a real person doing strange things to get you to be scared or confused. It's actually fairly common, as a leveled up migraine can cause these transfigurations. From people that have had TeknoAXE, they consider anything colorful headache-inducing, including the sky, and including anything white or black even. It's hard to see that some people are given a headache just from closing their eyes. In this song, the hallucination must have psychologically been given a personality by the holder, who decides either it goes or she goes, and proceeds to make plans to make her demise. That's in essence horrifying. Number 4.
Waltz for a Dream Diary.
By Mashigarita P. Might also be a seizure warning, I'm not sure. The powers of 3D modeling. The most weird things you can do with this stuff. Man, let's get one thing out of the way. The lyrics are set in a childlike writing style, but due to the music, the effects, and the cries, I'm just going to take a leap and say this song is about a dead child wandering through the afterlife. You know how ghosts can pick things up like poltergeists, but a child probably can't write in a diary if they're dead, because of power they've never obtained in life, which keeps the diary empty eternally. Parents, you'll understand the horror if no one else will. I do, but I'm not a parent. I just empathize. Number 3. Ayur by Toishi. Don't ask me what that name means. Ayur. That's how you pronounce it. Also, come to think of it, don't ask me what's happening either. But they're just standing there! This is probably a mock song, maybe. Because Toishi thanks everyone for the models in the video, and the Yukari in the, I guess it's a dog, maybe a donkey's mouth, gets up and eats the dog at the very end. But it doesn't show it. I assume it's eating? Maybe it's a zombie. Zombie Yukari, no! This is one of those that I'm obviously oblivious to. Anybody watch Cujo? This is Yuko, get it? Because I don't. I'm totally confused and weirded out by this one, okay? Number 2, My Fighting Illness Diary by Daijobu P. Rip those pants, please. You're in for a ride. Anyone who is currently chronically sick right now, like with cancer or mental problems, don't take offense to this one, please. It's 7 minutes long, so I have enough crazy footage to show so I can ramble on. I have to turn away due to the needles though. But holy crap! This guy has a massive amount wrong with him. Well, that's a given, but we get some disturbing footage too. And there may be an ad insert for Hulu? I'm serious. Hulu ads. Really? I don't know. With Daijobu songs, you can't decipher them anyway, even if you know the lyrics. No way in Hades' hair. On the sicknesses. He has a lump on his heart. He has cancer. I'm assuming that's a tumor on his heart. He does have an entire segment where he loses his hair, which is kind of gross, disgusting. He has something wrong with his bladder, I think, too, as well. Something else wrong with his lungs, and maybe his butt, too! I don't know! He gets bored anticipating his hospital visits. And some of it gets really disturbing. Also, the guy likes Pokemon a lot, too. I don't know why he would sit on all of his figurines, though. This is one of those into the horrors of cancer undergoing treatment. And as someone who has lost a loved one to cancer and Alzheimer's, I can say I feel for this guy. But now, after his surgery, he rides his bike. If this was a fake video, not about anyone real, then it was a very convincing one. That's the disturbing part. Plus, the rest of the video is pretty insane as well. I mean, there's whole kinds of crap. On the finally, number 1, Empty Shell by Napoli P. Welcome to the darker Gumi songs you all may know and love. Transhuman configuration is a devilish process where humans are forced to merge with animal parts. This is clearly disturbing if you've seen the video, and the real-life tests have a significant fatality rate. Yeah, it is relevant. In China, they're doing a head transplant in a human this year of 2017. Head transplant. But we'll have to see the success later this year. That's the disturbing part of this. It's relevant. Humans and other of nature's creatures were not meant to merge DNA. Well, this song is specific to body parts. DNA is a totally different story. But the horrors here are that this has been tried and tested to little success, which was under mass study during World War II, and still today in China. Then you have to look at the future, where those that are transfigured into animals are crucified by the naturally born. What would an animal do to another animal that was transhumanized? Would it be kindly? Would it kill it? Would it be not associate with it? This is the difference between humans and animals, and yet I guess the same. We've all thought about the rights for artificial intelligence, but what about the creatures that were either wrongly turned to gave themselves to the project? Would it be too far-fetched to say that zombies could be given the right to life? And given the rights? Where do we draw the line to stop creating things that we see may be seen as abominable in the future? There's a Jewish philosopher who questioned the same thing, but it dealt with weapons of mass destruction, proclaiming that creature it first tells them how to defend themselves from it. I unfortunately believe that even though that these creatures can be a mass destruction in some scenarios, but it still will not apply, because those who fight for human life are the ones with outlines to draw on what life is. Can we say that the Earth is not living? Scientifically, it's like a battery feeding off magnetic interference, but really, what is the line here, people? Put it in the comments of your opinions on this. This is actually pretty fun to ponder, even though it's rambling on and I should have stopped a long time ago. Man, I'm really curious about this. I can feel my heart racing. This this is by no means the definitive list. There are lots more, and this is what disturbs me and may not disturb you. It's weird delving into the side of Vocaloid. Ugh. Did I ruin anyone's view of Vocaloid? The reason it took so long to make is because of obvious reasons. If you went through the whole thing, then good on you for making it through. And if you didn't, well, I'm kind of not talking to you right now, am I? Or maybe you've just skipped through, I don't know. If you didn't think it was disturbing, then you may need psychological help, bucko. Just joking. But tell me which disturbing one you found most gruesome. Tell me some songs I could put on the extra list so I don't have to dive deeper because that was horrifying. But this is the last one. I will not hold back and start immediately on the booby list. There, we can all jump, or should I say bounce, for joy and areola. Why did I say that?
Child battle!
Terrorize?
Welcome to the bars of emptiness, Lloyd Troy Boy.